Welcome, DDm.
Hi.
So introduce yourself. Tell us something.
Well, I'm DDm. I'm a rapper from Baltimore City. I've been doing that for forever. I followed politics like this past election cycle. I just got engrossed in it because they made it like TV for the country. So like news media became like a soap opera. So I just got enthralled with it and started studying and looking and just got into it.
You have been reading passages out of Omarosa's book with your own special spicy sauce added to it, right?
Absolutely. We had the secret sauce, okay. I started reading the book as a joke.
Okay.
Like, I was interested in it because I follow, the news cycle, but I was like, I gotta get this book. Then the tapes came out, and I was like, I gotta get this book. So I run down on my lunch break at work, and I go to Barnes & Noble, and I get the book. And I started reading. I'm like, this is good. So I said, I'm going to read something on live. So I go and read, and I'm thinking a few of my friends is going to watch. We'll laugh, and it'll be over. I turned it off, 2,000 people. And watched.
And then it just grew from there?
It just grew. Like, I went to bed. It was like 6,000. I woke up, it was 50,000. And then it just kept snowballing, and then my inbox just started to go kaput.
We're going to show a little bit of it so that people can see it for themselves.
Okay.
Parental warning is going to be on there.
Absolutely. Oh my God, niece, this is a page turner like a mother. This is a page turner. I really haven't experienced anything negative from that.
I want to read something that you said a while back. You said that you're passionate about my people understanding how the country works. You didn't graduate from college, but you shouldn't have to in order to understand your rights as a citizen. You read a lot, you study, your podcast is launching about politics, pop culture, and shade, but most importantly, galvanizing minorities and getting us excited again about making changes in this country's messed up processes. So you see this as being part of your ability to translate politics to people?
A portion of this country has tapped out from the process. They're white.
Yeah.
And by reading this book by a person who, amongst a lot of demographics, can be divisive, bringing them together by reading this has gotten them interested in the story again.
So let's talk a little bit about you. So your background is you were a battle rapper in Baltimore City.
Yeah.
And you went under the name, it wasn't always DDm.
It was Midas. Oh my God, you did your homework.
I did a little bit.
Oh my goodness. Omarosa actually called me yesterday at work.
Oh, did she call you?
Oh my goodness.
What did she say?
Okay, so like I'm on my lunch break and I get this call, and at first, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was a bill collector. Okay, so I didn't answer. So someone said, let me call this number back. So I call her back, and I was like, there's somebody calling, man, you are like real deep. And she goes, hi, it's Omarosa. And I just started screaming. I put her on mute though, because I didn't want her to know I was surprised. So I started screaming in the break room. My coworkers were looking at me crazy, and she was just talking about how much she loved the readings because I didn't know if she was gonna like the readings or not. And she was very positive. We got some things in the works, so I'm excited. I didn't expect for all of this to happen.
And so your personal life became part of your kind of public story, though.
Absolutely.
So, tell me how that happened.
Well, I am considered the first openly gay rapper in Baltimore. From Baltimore, I started doing the battles. I was winning the battles. So, like, that's kind of like what I became known for at home. And at the time when I first started, it was very taboo.
Yeah.
Fast forward now, gay culture has become so mainstream, that now it's like, oh, it's DDm versus 7 years ago, it's like it's DDm.
Right.
So it's changed a lot, and I'm glad that people, what I like most about this process is that people are viewing me as a person versus a story or a stereotype.
Are you going to talk about other political issues now that you started?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I have a whole season planned for my podcast.
Okay,
so
when does the podcast drop?
Secretary of Shade, September 4th.
September 4th. And they can find it where?
On YouTube.
Okay, on YouTube. We've got Baltimore is in the middle of Maryland, which is having an election this year. Are you following the current, like the governor's election?
I am following the governor's election. I have my own opinions about that.
So what do you think? So Ben Jealous is running as a Democrat. You like him?
Here's the thing. if I'm going to be honest with you,
Be honest. That's why we're here.
Ben
We didn't
Jealous
invite you here. Listen,
Yeah.
you are the Secretary of Shade. If we wanted to have on a political analyst who was going to be serious, there's a million of them. We got you here for a reason.
Oh, okay. So if I'm going to be honest with you, Ben Jealous is not going to win.
Okay.
He's not going to win. The reason why he's not going to win is America, if we haven't learned this lesson by now, especially in this region, loves a show. They love good stories, good storylines. And Hogan did a few things, and I work with everyday people that transformed him to the people that actually go out and vote.
Okay. So you think Hogan is like made
He
himself
did great PR.
Okay.
The free college for 2 years, the community college, that spoke to parents.
Okay.
Even the Easy Pass, it's only what, $7, but to the everyday person that goes through that toll every day, they're like, oh, I got my Easy Pass.
Okay. So does that mean that you vote for the Republican in the Maryland governor's race?
Oh no, I'm not, I mean, but
You just gave a pretty good description of his politics.
But if I'm going to be honest, it's not about what I think.
Yeah.
It's about knowing what's going on and see change.
Okay. Okay.
That's how you win.
Yeah.
And while I am a Democrat, I understand how other people win. And the reality is, Ben Jealous has not did enough footwork in the community to galvanize the people enough for them to come out and vote for him. So the reality is, in a state like Maryland, Hogan will win again because enough people are not going to come out for Jealous.
Would you have the Republican Governor Hogan on your podcast?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let the record show. You said it here. You would have the Republican on Secretary of Shade podcast. What do you call the people who watch Secretary of
The
Shade?
cabinet.
They're the cabinet.
Shout out to my cabinet members.
All right. Thanks for being here. We're glad you're here.
Thank you.
And we'll be looking forward to getting a little bit more Secretary of Shade. Listen to the podcast. You can find it all on Secretary of Shade on YouTube.
It's a SoundCloud. It'll be set up. iTunes, podcast, Spotify has podcasts in there. So we're going to be everywhere. You can listen or watch.
And are you going to get back in the rap game or are you done?
Oh, no. We have a whole plan for that. We can't take this opportunity and ruin it.
All right. So we got a lot to see from DDm. All right. Thanks a lot.